coming up on 14 laps to go. Corey LaJoie running in the second position.
Truex back to the bottom.
Oh! The 11 sideways. Can he hang on to it? They wreck.
Lock her down here. Lock her down. Get
And the
everyone
caution will come out. There'll be another restart.
Brad Keselowski down there in the grass.
Lock it down, lock it down, lock it down, lock it down.
Everybody did a really, really good job there. I thought that was going to be a bigger wreck than it was. The one car gets in the left rear quarter panel, and Denny Hamlin turns him sideways in front of the field.
Denny Hamlin has had enough of Ross Chastain this year. It's not going to help.
Right front down, and left front could be down as well for Brad Keselowski, as he's going to try to limp around the racetrack and not do too much damage to the front of that car.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Jeff. These two have had quite the history since St. Louis.
Well, let's go back and see what happened. See me drive in the corner. Chastain just up the racetrack into the back, into the quarter panel of Hamlin.
So this is the frustration I think drivers have with Ross Chastain. When you interview him, he talks about how he's going to try to do it differently and race differently, and then here we are. He just climbs the banking. I'm sure his car is probably not handling as he had hoped, but his contact spins Denny Hamlin out.
I'm with you, Steve. You got a gas pedal in there. Chastain is going to have to make a decision on what does he want to do. Like, he's up the racetrack right here. He's lost the nose. You're going to have to lift. I mean, you got to lift and get off of the guy, no matter who it is. And he's going to have to clean these things up. He's a professional race car driver. He's a winner. He's a championship contender. You just can't continue to do these types of things.
Listen to Denny in the throttle. Hold the steering wheel, downshifting. Let's listen to the one audio here.
Right front into him and left front as I went by him. He just kind of rolled, no big hit. I should have lifted more. I knew I was going to get tight. My fault.
Okay, my fault, but it keeps happening. I love Ross Chastain. He's a really good race car driver, but he's got to find a way, Junior, to run these races without constantly making contact.
Yeah, I want him to change, but I don't want him to change. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
It's tough.
Well, he won't win a championship because they won't let him win a championship if he doesn't clean it up.
Denny has told him what's coming from the last time this happened, and he's going to make Denny have to prove his point. You can imagine Denny, if we could see him, be very angry right now, and I'm sure we'll hear about it after the race.
I can see fire coming out of the helmet.
Denny Hamlin right now 21st after the spin. He was running up inside the top 5.
I mean, you see right here, the dotted white line gives you a great perspective on where they're at, and the one just continues to come up. So, Dale, I love what you're saying about his aggression for success on the racetrack when it comes to wins, but I have to side with what Jeff's saying here, that like the next step for a driver of Ross Chastain's level, who has proven he can win, is to find his way to week in and week out, find some give and take. Your real estate can't be the most important real estate on the racetrack for everyone. Let's hear what Denny Hamlin had to say.
Yeah, he just come up the hill and wrecked you, bub. I can't tell you any more than that without looking at traces and studying it for an hour, but the bottom line is no lesson learned. He just come up the hill and wreck you, so.